All right. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, so this is the August 11th, 2025 meeting of the Historic Preservation Commission for the Village of Ossining. I will quickly take roll. Michael Bavino. Here. Catherine Wilson. Here. Ethan Alton. Here. And Acting Chair Gospel.
Here.
Okay. So our first item of business.
Stephen Keith.
Oh, and Stephen Casey. Chair, do you want to skip around a little bit just to give Mr. Casey a minute to settle in? Do we want to go to new business?
Let's go to new business. Let's start with the last report.
Okay.
The applicant, ready?
Yep, ready as well to be.
Good.
Please just make sure, even though we know who you are, Jason, if you wouldn't mind signing in for the record, that would be great.
Certainly. Jason Stia, architect for 5 Slope Court. So my client is wishing to replace their timber retaining wall alongside the south edge of their driveway, which is right there. It's to the left. Can't even see it. So it's kind of where the privet hedge is on the left side. Down below. It's looking up at it on the street.
Is it this guy?
No, you can't even see it. It's actually, it's like almost level with the driveway.
Is it right there?
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, that's what I thought, yeah.
You drove by, you wouldn't even see it. So it's kind of at the end of its useful life. They would like to replace it with a modular system. I brought in one of the samples of the block. That's the color they're gonna go with. Which had a smaller piece, but alas, we got the full-size mock-up. And this is the fence that they're gonna go with, you know.
Simple black aluminum. Matte
I
black
see, so
aluminum.
the fence will replace the privet hedge.
Yeah, that we're toying with the idea, trying to see if we can salvage the privet hedge, so the hedge might go back in at some
Okay.
point. But it depends on with the construction, the details of the block wall, you've got a lot of backfill and gravel and.
Yeah, they would like
Geo-
as much landscaping as possible
Yeah.
to save as much as possible, but
Uh-huh.
So they're gonna try to save the trees down below at the toe of the wall,
Mhm.
which is part of their garden in front of the retaining wall. And so roughly it's gonna be coming up about just shy of 4 feet. Which is why we had to go for a permit, because it's just over the threshold
Oh, I
of the
see.
retaining wall.
And the fence, how far from the edge of the curb does the fence start?
good question.
Oh, you mean inboard from the street?
Yes.
But the-
It's gonna be. And she said it's gonna probably be at least 10, 12 feet away from the curb.
It'll start past the stone steps.
Okay, just back, yeah.
So yeah, it's way
Yeah.
back from the street.
Mhm.
They're gonna scroll down the new plan. Go, they're on the right hand side. So. Yeah, so this is gonna be where the new wall starts, goes down, almost follows the existing one and then turns and cuts back. Backside there. So hopefully we can get the excavator to not damage that tree. If we could have kept the privet hedge, we would, but
Mhm.
it's nice and well established.
Yeah.
fairly simple. We're also putting in, doing a future with a conduit for, they want to get a electric vehicle in the future. They want to bring power over to the driveway and be able to plug it in. That's
I see.
just gonna put while we're digging up the yard, and
Yeah,
makes sense to put that in at the same time, so you don't have to come back and do it later. Any questions? Want to pass the block around?
I'm good, I'm good with that.
Definitely not.
Fairly straightforward.
Okay, a motion for a vote?
Okay, so we need a motion who's not the chair.
Sorry.
Uh,
Right, okay, there we go, I'll motion for a vote.
All right, so Ethan with the motion, and do I have a second?
second.
Mr. Casey, thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. So you're just gonna wait on that certificate of appropriateness, and
Okay.
then you should be good to go.
Excellent.
But no need to leave the block. I think we're okay without the sample.
Yes.
No, Dan likes to take them in a file cabinet.
There you go.
I was gonna say, Jason's like, run out and get it. And I was like, no.
You use it as a chair.
Uh,
Okay, what's next?
so, we have two items.
Rejoin the meeting?
Up to you, if you'd like. All right.
So we'll start with the item at the top, the Historic Preservation Tax Credit Program. Steve, you had sent around, some information.
Right, yeah, the last time we spoke, we discussed, so I wrote a preamble to the links, and links to where people can find information on preservation and tax credits. The sites themselves are extremely well written and easy to navigate through, so there was no point in me, rewriting all of that, or, once you click that, it's really, really well done. I just wanted to get some feedback, maybe, I found 2 typos in this, a few typos, which I'll correct. If there's any problems with this, and then I wanted to walk through just, it took 5 or 10 minutes, a few things on the website itself, which Maddie can bring up after we talk about this. And then I think, Maddie, you at the last time we discussed this, suggested someone I could talk to, so at the office, so give me that person's name, I'll set up a meeting, and I think it'd be best maybe if I sat down with that person to go through, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Do you want me to head there now so you can sort of show us, or
Yeah, so do you want to talk about this first, and then I can walk through?
I'll get us queued up, so we're ready.
Okay, so if you go to the Historic Preservation site, page.
Mhm.
And then there is a link that says resources on the left, yeah. So the first 5 bullets there are in here, or rather, if you look at the bottom of the first page, I've got the link to the New York State Historic Preservation Office. So all of those 5 bullets are referenced there. I clicked on a few of those and the links are not working here anyway, so I think it might be a good idea if we just eliminate those first 5 links on the resources page, since we're gonna have this, and then this link here to the Historic Preservation Office has all of that clearly labeled on their website. That way, we're not dealing with issues of broken links and chains and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then the other 3, I think, are fine, just,
Yes. Yeah, of course. So what I'll do and what may be helpful, Stephen, is to, if you have the availability, get on a Zoom with Jamie Hoffman in the manager's office,
Okay.
and then you could do it in real time and just say, this is what I need here. She's
Okay.
a whiz, so
Great.
that should be no problem.
okay.
Okay.
Then if we could go to the architectural design guidelines. Okay, so I think we should keep the first paragraph. And then the other items, the first 2 bullets under the resources again, are here. In the Village of Austining, yeah, and that was already referenced in that other, in those other bullets. And then the historic tax credits, well, that's also referenced in the write-up, in the link on the write-up, which I give a brief blurb here about. So I think we can just keep the first paragraph and delete all the rest of that.
Okay,
Okay. And then if we want to go to the guidelines themselves. And if you can just kind of zip through, I mean, this is, I think it's very, very good. If you want to zip through to the appendices. So you start with, I can just sum this up. There's a lot of very good information in there. Some of it, again, is links to what I already have here. So when I sit down with Jamie, I would suggest eliminating the links there. Some of the links are also outdated. They're to books, various architectural sites. All of it looks good, but a lot of the stuff, when you go into the appendix and try to click it on
I see.
the bad link or it's no longer working, I've started to make a list of what is and is not working. And that too, I would go through with Jamie, and then we can figure out whether or not we want to update the link, or well, we could just find a proper link. And
So not to throw a wrench in the works, because it's certainly doable, but the reason why, and I know, our chair, and also, our acting chair tonight, had some concerns about this early on. This document is from 2011 and it was produced by an outside consultant. So Nelson Pope Voorhees, who was our current planning consultant, actually had to get the original document and make those changes. So that's something that we'll have to do with the planning firm, which is again, easy, but that's not something that Jamie's gonna have access to.
okay.
Because they actually have to go into the body of the document to do it.
Okay.
But also easy, if you want to send a list
I
of what
can-
needs doing, they'll just
I
do
can
it.
do that and send that.
Yes,
then.
exactly.
Okay, good.
Yep.
Okay.
But is there a specific example that you want us to look at,
No,
or?
it's
No,
it's
okay.
sort of the kind of, there's a lot, and it'd be kind of
Okay,
you know, not a good use of our time.
Great, thanks,
Okay.
Steve. Yeah,
Sounds good.
Mhm.
Okay.
that sounds very good.
Okay.
I think it'll make things a lot better. You know, yeah. Mhm.
Just kind of, we'll clean this up a bit, and I know some of us have had queries from people on how do we do this and what do we do, and
That's
this place, you know, it will give people a better way to walk through the process.
Mhm.
Okey-doke.
Okay,
There is something I wanted to ask, maybe Stuart, you would know, there's something on the New York State Historic Preservation Office site about a community itself being designated. Are we?
We are, we're a
Oh, we are.
PPG. We
Yeah,
are,
okay, yeah, that's what I'm
yes,
talking
we
about.
we are so designated.
That's great. Okay.
4 and 5.
That's why we got audited last year, because they audited those CD
Oh, that's right,
communities,
yeah.
so we are one.
Now I remember.
Would it be helpful to maybe add that language into this?
We can put in that we're,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
we're one of those, absolutely, sure.
Do that. Okay.
Somebody would.
Yeah.
But can you do multiple 1 5-year tour, skip 5 years and keep on going? to-
Yes. The way it's worded is you would have to sit out for 5.
Yeah.
Actually, no, you'd actually have to sit out for 1, and then you could come back. Unless.
I'm just reading this up.
The term of membership, I thought you meant for the DVD. I was like, I don't know.
Unless, of course, they couldn't fill the slot, then the board has the authority to basically abrogate that and just put the person
So
down.
after 10 years, you've got to sit out one. Yes. Okay. All right.
If there was ever a problem, someone just wouldn't leave.
We have the mechanism.
Okay, so anything else on this topic, or?
No, that's it.
Do you have any questions or comments? Yeah, great. Thanks for all that work, Steve.
I guess my one question is for the design guidelines and all that, is there Do we own that document?
We own the document, yep,
Okay.
yep, we have
But
it.
it's,
But just like, I'm sure there's a way that we could internally do it in-house, but as long as they're keeping all the changes cataloged, I'd rather them just do it. Just so that we don't have multiple copies floating around.
yeah,
Does that include, I know it has the list of parties that were involved in 211. Would we update that for current parties
That
or should we leave it?
Should have
Okay.
been updated. Folks who have been around, for a little while might remember the HPC in the last probably 18 months made a couple changes to the historic structure guide and then also to the architectural design guidelines. Historic structure, that is all updated and dated. You can see exactly which
Yeah.
sections were changed and by whom. The Stephen Tilly document, the architectural design guidelines, I don't remember exactly how they notated it, but the chair was, he had some concerns about how it was done, so then we redid it. So it should be,
Yeah, maybe let's just take a quick look.
yeah.
Yeah, are those, is that up to date or?
No,
does
this
it
is
need to be-
incorrect.
No, that's the old one.
That's
Yeah.
the old one.
That's the old one.
Maybe
There
they
was
changed.
there was a change. They
Yeah.
may have done it somewhere else, but I remember they had done that, but that's the older list.
Cause I know on this one,
Well, there you have, so if you go down, let me just see.
2023 revision, something
Yeah.
similar was on the other document,
Yeah.
it got lost on the cover sheet, though, we'll go back and check.
Yeah.
But I know that, the chair wanted all of these items highlighted, the ones that had in fact been changed, so you can see Danielle works for Nelson Voorhees. That's the change she made and when, so there's only a couple things in this particular document that were amended, this was the most recent one. So I will take a look at that other one, make sure that the cover,
Okay,
that
And
this
I'll get to
area is
you.
updated as well.
Maddie, I'll put it in an email, the changes to the
Mhm.
appendices. And, I'm on vacation next week, going away next week, but I'll be back after that, so we can set up a meeting with Jamie.
Sounds great, yeah, we're not going.
And if it's easier, I can come over to her office and sit with her on the computer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Jerry, you ready to move on to the next
Yes.
topic?
Next topic, the update on the Black Forest District. I think you think that's something you want to discuss.
Yes, yeah, no, Joyce and I met earlier in the summer, feels like ages ago now, but, we started talking about what it could, sort of what we saw, what we thought it could look like. The sort of, I think the overarching idea is to, call out, 5 or 6 of the properties that she talked about in her presentation to us. And just really summarize them in a solid 3 or 4 sentence paragraph, just sort of talking about what those places were. Hopefully accompanied by archival photo like the one up here. So this is sort of a mock-up of what was something that we worked on together. She had the images from Village Historian Office, and then we sort of sketched out a sample paragraph. So in this case, it's what's now laundromat, with down laundromat right at the base, going up to the train station, and what used to be the Depot Square Hotel. And she has so many great sources, and this would be a much longer paragraph, I know. We sort of distilled it down to its essence, sort
Yeah.
of describing what it was back in the day, complimenting the image that's up there, and running through naming. One of the things she made sure to note was that they, a lot of the historic sources, whether it's the Green Book or other earlier sources, don't name the people who owned these properties. So that's definitely something she wanted to emphasize. So the Buchanan couple in this case, and who founded it to begin with. So we make sure their names are prominently displayed. Maybe we'll bold them, or something to that effect to make them stand out. And just sort of saying how long it was open, what it was, its importance to the town, and really centering especially for the Black residents, how important it was for them as well, making sure that their experience was first and foremost. So this is sort of a sample idea. We do this for 5 to 6 of the locations she cited. And then the idea would be, I think right now, it would be sort of a sidebar to the village site that's already there, and maybe whether we were able to present it as a map a virtual map, but then
Mhm.
you highlight the specific property and then this pops up. Or it's a link out and you go to a page that would look like this. It's sort of, I think, the idea, if we can't do a virtual map, then maybe just a page with all the images and the text below it, and you can scroll down and see it that way. So those are things that I think the village webmaster would probably have to figure out. But if there's a way of doing it as a map, something like that.
So, right, I was just gonna suggest, so we have this
Yeah.
story map for all the ongoing development projects and things of that nature. This is something that's, I think it's ArcGIS story map. So we could establish just a different one of these and have it be, all the historical sites, if that's
Right.
what this board is interested in suggesting.
Yeah.
And then, you can update it, you can put little things in the margins, and then if you say, oh, this is across the street from my house, you click on it and it's also what it is.
Right, exactly. And the cool thing too is if we could do like an archival photo and a current photo, so just to show the contrast between what it was and what it is now would be another fun thing to do. But yeah, keeping it to your point about sort of like the history in the streets, tablets that you see around town, something along those lines, but something you can visit virtually and see that way. So, yeah, so this is just a sample of what it could look like, and we'll pick again another. I would love to do the playground she talked about, and then she had a few other sites of interest that she really wanted to highlight. So, but yeah, that's sort of where we stand right now after this first one, and keep picking another few properties and see how we can get it up on the site.
Neat.
Yeah, it's great. There is history here, but
Yeah.
nobody knows about it.
Right, exactly. And she has, again, so many great sources and stories to include. So I think she'll be great at providing all that info in detail.
Thanks for all the work.
Absolutely.
Yeah, tell Joyce thanks as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Will do.
So, do we want to speak quickly, about our next meeting date and just make sure everybody is, as of this moment, aligned on what that date might be, or is this not a good time to do?
First, so it's still first. Monday.
September,
That'd
yeah.
be September 7th.
I know I'm out of town for work for that day.
The first.
9/8.
Sorry,
Oh, I'm sorry.
February.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm out.
Oh, that's right, 'cause Labor Day's Monday the 1st.
okay, so Ethan is away, but other than that, it appears as though we have a quorum.
Yeah.
Right here,
Yeah, I'm good for
Yeah,
the
I think
eighth.
so.
all right, thanks all.
Give a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion?
Second.
Okay. Good night.
I don't know, I don't think